and like got this boombox. By the time it's finished, there's about 400 people walking behind us. All of a sudden, it's just erupted. There's like people fucking kicking fences down, trying to set tents on fire. And then some boy I was with, he was like, "We've started this." I was like, "What are you talking about?" "No, we haven't." Security's grabbed me, chucked me outside. So I've gone and sat in a tent with a car with these random girls and these blokes, and they were like, "Do you want to come back to?" I think it was around Cambridge somewhere. I was just like, "I don't think I've got any choice." I was like, "Do you know what?"
Oh, hello everyone, welcome to the UK Festival podcast. I'm Tim, you're all field fans and podcast enjoyers, and this is Billy Hunt.
Hi guys, cheers for having me. How's it going? You alright, Tim?
Yeah, I've been doing good, thank you.
Good, what have you been up to?
Oh mate, I've been, well, for everyone who's been watching this closely, they know I'm organising the Uncanny Valley, which you are coming to play.
Looking forward to it, man, can't wait.
Yeah, no, it's looking like it will be quite a special party.
Yeah, it'll be a vibe.
Yeah, apart from yourself, who's your favourite person who's playing?
Tangles, I think.
Oh.
Some of her songwriting, man. Then some of the videos that she had put up, it's like, yeah, she's good stuff.
I love Lauren. Yeah, her voice is just like, she describes it as like guilt-free daydream music, and it's just
They're all gonna hate me now, aren't they? The rest of them.
I think Lauren can be your favourite.
Yeah, she's
and it
pretty
won't
good,
piss
man.
anyone off.
Yeah.
They all know she's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've just put her out. You're about to bring out a new single, aren't you?
Yeah, that's it.
That's California
Calling, 14th of March.
14th of March. Well, what was your like musical inspiration for it? Who's your like biggest hero for it?
A lot of the time at the minute I'm listening to like a lot of Bob Dylan, Neil Young, Paolo Nutini and Jeff Buckley. I think at the minute they're like the people that are when I write my stuff like that, they're the 4 top inspirations for my music at the minute in that type of thing. But then again I could go and write rock and roll and it's completely different inspirations. I've been playing around with some country stuff and then that's obviously all completely different as well. Just, I don't know, it depends on the song really.
Yeah.
It depends what I'm listening to because I think music always inspires me. Like sometimes for instance, I was listening to Time for Heroes by the Libertines the other day, one of their old songs, and I was like, instantly started writing a song off the back of it, and I was like, alright, yeah, I quite like that, because I'm glad I listened to that, because sometimes a song really inspires you, and I'm like, I want to write something like that.
Have you ever gone down a bit of a folky path?
Yeah, I think so.
Because like Dylan's like on the edge of that.
Yeah, I have, to be honest. I'm writing this song. I've started writing this song called I Can See. It's kind of like a sort of folky, like when he's done his more political stuff, like.
So you did the open mics for a long time, didn't you?
3 or 4 years.
What do you think you gained from running such a long running open mic?
If I'm honest, it was more of a kind of I didn't want to be, because when I was lucky. My first ever single, Intoxicate, I had a friend with a label. They bought that out. So my first ever single got put on the BBC News. So and then for someone like me to do that, I thought I didn't want to be that person that
Yeah.
I didn't want to be that person that's gone and taken all that from the industry, and then not gone and put it back into my local scene.
Yeah.
Because after I bought that out, there was a few times that I was at sort of festivals and jam tents and stuff, and like a lot of musicians. Since I've got to the stage I've got to, a lot of musicians are like with me and that. And I'm like, why are you like that with me for? You're being a mate. Like,
just a bit jealous of being in
that's it. It's terrible.
I found. What was it like the first time you found yourself being an incredibly niche micro celebrity?
Don't know about that. I don't think I've ever been asked for an autograph.
No, but like at places.
The first time I ever realised, oh, hang on a minute, it's that was for me. It was at Paradise Gardens of Nick Allen, a good friend of mine. Have you met Nick Allen? Nick the piano. Dear friend of mine. He's good lad. I used to work on the antiques with him. We had some fun, Christ, but that was a job and a half anyway. And I thought,
I think that's the first place we met. Actually.
I think it might have been, yeah. That was his tent.
Yeah, Nick Allen's Paradise Garden. He had this piano and loads of antiques in it. It was absolutely incredible,
it was
wasn't it? Like, honestly,
but that's where it was for me. I was like, oh, actually, people are being a bit funny with me, because I think it was about a week after I'd just been on the news, and then like everyone was like, oh, it's not that guy. I was like, oh, I'll leave it out.
Yeah, no, Paradise Gardens was a weird vibe anyway.
I had a good time.
It was
one of the best times I've had in my life at that festival.
Oh mate, I'm glad you did, because everyone put their back out for no reward putting it on.
Yeah, literally. Did they even do the second year?
It happened,
It
right?
did happen.
And the reports I've heard back, ugh, you don't want to be involved with that. Like, it's blackened everyone who was doing its reputation.
Really?
And
Oh, nice.
yeah, no, it's really sad. Speaking of festivals, though, do you have any particular favourites?
Favourite festival? I don't know. I like going to Maui Wowie. Obviously, I went to the first one ever when I was about 14. And it's so Silas is my friend Hattie and Jack Drake. It's their uncle or their cousin. So it's like they're all involved in all that and stuff. And that's his nan, Bad Nan. That's my mate's nan, yeah. So that's like quite a big family thing for them, isn't it? Maui's good. I liked Paradise Gardens. But to be honest, now I'm a bit older, I don't really go to a festival for a weekend. It's not massively, I don't really like it.
Do you not have the energy, or do you not want to be away from your family for that long?
I've got kids and that now, so it's like, it's kind of like I'd rather just be at home. But don't get me wrong, when I get there, I enjoy it. And I'll have a good time to a point where I'm like, right, I need to go home now.
One thing I notice sometimes, right, you get people at festivals, like when I was at Boomtown, not last year before, I went with a performance troupe.
Right.
And like there were a bunch of people in their 40s and 50s who were going as hard as I was, harder. And it's like, you really have a dedicated core who stick with it. I kind of hope when I'm that age, I still have half their energy. Like, yeah, but it's challenging being like all fucking 4 days of a festival. Go!
Yeah, no, I can't handle that. Yeah. I couldn't dream of it.
Yeah.
Unless I had a glamping set.
Ooh.
Or a caravan. That's the only way I could do it.
So would you change your mind if you're in a van?
I think I would.
Yeah, you see?
I think I would, to be honest.
Yeah, that's how I think all old heads do it. A lot of them anyway. Like for the last 3 years I was vanning. And
right.
Yeah. Well, I did 14 last year? 13 in my van.
You're going to lock yourself away, can't you? We're always camped behind stages and that though, so it's just like, no, it never ends for us.
Nah, get yourself an old station wagon, put a mattress in the back and go and van camping. Yeah. That's how you do it. That's how you survive. Beyond the Uncanny Valley, do you have any particularly big like gigs or festivals planned that you're attending this year?
I think we'd probably be playing at Hidden Festival. I told you about that, didn't I?
No, you haven't. No, not on the podcast.
Oh right, so and it's like so they did the first one last year. So I helped run the Usty Cushy Lounge for Henry Watts. Like organised a lineup for him, which is good fun. Loads of fun there, and it was kind of just like a one stage thing with the Usty Cushy outside, and they're doing it again this year. But it's in Halesworth. Yeah. So it's like, and it's only like it was only £60 for the weekend last year, which is pretty good.
Yeah, no.
For 2 days,
like I was hearing quite a lot. I heard quite a lot about it after it happened. Yeah. But up to
the first, they kept it as an invite thing for the first year.
Yeah.
Just to see how it went.
No, I think I got invited like a week before, and I was like, sorry mate, what weekend was it? It wasn't
September.
I think August. I might have been. I wouldn't have been at Equinox. I might have been at Smugglers.
I can't remember when it was.
If it was before Maui, I was.
Yeah, it was before Maui.
Yeah. Oh God, that week. I'm just remembering like the month before Maui. I think it ended up being 5 festivals in a row.
So that.
It was great.
I'd be sectioned, mate.
At the very end, I was getting very close to it. Not gonna lie. Like after at Boomtown, if you've seen my Boomtown video, you see that I get really into the story. Obsessively.
I've not seen it, you know. I've not been. I need to go. I've not seen.
You've never been to Boomtown?
No.
Oh, mate.
It's a week, innit?
You want to be there for 5 days.
Yeah.
You want to be there for 5 days. You want to get in like. You want to be in a camper. You want to be an artist.
Yeah.
Like, doing it in a tent in general public camping. Yeah, sort that.
That's just wild, mate. You'd never get no sleep, would you?
I mean, I don't think you're supposed to. I think you're supposed to just do another line, but... So, you've spent a long time on the scene. Yeah. Especially now as you're a dad. Do you think festivals are good for kids?
I don't know, man. I don't know. That's quite a niche thing because, like I say, I've got loads of friends that take their kids to festivals. I'm probably going to piss them off for saying this. But then I was taken to kids. I was just left to run. Like my parents were hippies, man. I was just left to run wild. I know it was right. Nothing ever happened to me.
Yeah.
But now in this day and age, when there's so much shit going on, I don't think I would. But I don't think I'd take my kids to a festival. Not somewhere like, well, I know all my friends are getting off their heads wrecked. Like, I don't think I would.
Okay.
But then I might, in the daytime, I would go somewhere. But I wouldn't take my kids to Latitude. Like, what if you lose them, bruv?
But we just put a tag on them?
I don't know, man.
Alright.
I'm unsure about that one. I'm definitely on the line defence of it. I know my missus isn't keen on it. I mean, somewhere like Weird and Wonderful Wood or Harlequin Fair maybe or something like that. I'll probably take my kids for the day. And if we had a camper van, we'd probably stay for the night. But yeah, no. I'd go to a festival to get away from my family.
What would you say your best and worst festival moments over the last few decades have been?
When I was a kid, we went to Cambridge Strawberry Fair, and there was about 18 people crammed in the back of this yellow LDV van, just from the travellers' side. So we've gone up there, and I'll never forget. I met this bloke, and he was showing me this trick, right, where you get you would know, you get a it's not film anymore, is it? But you know the little pots that the old films were in. You fill that with water, put an Alka-Seltzer in, shake it. Put it on the floor and it would go up miles in the air. I was a kid, so I thought it was brilliant.
Well, rocketry is amazing.
Yeah, I was loving it.
There's no way to impress children more than that.
Yeah.
How about on the negative side? Was that the 18 people in the LDV?
That was alright. But Sundown, my first year at Sundown, was mental. All the music had done. And there was loads of people walking around, so we started walking around and got this boom box. By the time it's finished, there's about 400 people walking behind us. All of a sudden, it's just erupted. There's people fucking kicking fences down, trying to set tents on fire. And then some boy I was with, he was like, "We've started this." I was like, "What are you talking about?" "No, we haven't." Security's grabbed me, chucked me outside. So I've gone and sat in a tent with a car with these random girls and these blokes, and they were like, "Do you want to come back to I think it was around Cambridge somewhere." I was just like, I don't think I've got any choice. I was like, "Do you know what? Give me 10 minutes. If I don't come back, I'll come with you." I've gone, and there's no security anywhere. I've nussled through all the woods and that. And I had one of the masks, and a V for Vendetta mask. I had one of them. And I was like, fuck it, right, I'm going to do it. There's some geezer just sat in a blanket at the corner of a fence, on his own. I was like, "Bruv, look, I'm jumping, pull me over now." He's pulled me over, I've got in. I said, "I'll give you 10 of that blanket." So I've covered myself in a blanket, put the mask on, I've gone and done the rest of the day.
That's not a worst moment.
Worst one? I don't know. I've not really had many bad ones, to be honest.
So you haven't had the getting caught in a rainstorm at Noisily situation like me?
No.
I was having a nap and it just all fucking came down.
I don't... Raves is the only times I've really had bad ones, like when the old Bill turn up and stuff like that, and that's not very nice.
No. Do you think there's what are the similarities you'd say between free parties and festivals? Are there any that surprise you?
I think if you go to a free party, anything can happen. Anything can happen to it. Whereas a festival is a bit more organised and orientated. Whereas
kept on rails.
If you go to a rave, anything can happen.
What do you think the two different types of parties could learn from each other?
I don't know, to be honest. I think that a lot of the boys who do raves now are all trying to get into festivals anyway, so I think they're pretty much realised it's the way to go.
Yeah.
Obviously, free parties to pick up yours to the government, isn't it? Basically, that's what it is.
Yeah. No, I do like the political side of it. We don't respect your control over us. Your rules don't mean as much as you
Have you
think
seen
they
the
do.
big bit of art? It's so there's one side, there's a big wooden bridge. There's on the other side of it, there's a big sound system, and there's loads of people, and then there's loads of coppers coming on the other side of the bridge, and there's a bloke with a machete hacking away at the bridge. It's a really renowned bit of art.
Oh mate, that sounds incredible.
Yeah.
I think I've seen it.
You've probably seen it somewhere.
Do you know who's it by?
Pass. I'm not that cultured, mate.
That's fair enough. Alright, part 2. So, in the past, you ran a sound system, or worked with a sound system.
When we lived on the site, we had a few of my friends had a load of speakers, and so growing up on the site, we always saw the older boys throwing parties, and we're like, obviously when you're 13 and you go into raves and stuff, you're like, that's what we want to do. And we got older and we started getting speakers and stuff, and we threw a few things, but I think they're still doing it now. But for me, I don't know, I just rather do my own thing now.
What appealed to be about being a musician more than a sound system operator?
I know I always wanted to do music. because like I was just obsessed with it my whole life. Like, all I was ever shown was music growing up. I didn't really watch TV. It was like music. And then I had guitar lessons when I was maybe 11 or 12. I got ADHD. I'm alright with it now. I'm used to it. But like back then, I couldn't sit still for 5 minutes. So like trying to do a guitar lesson, I was like, oh, I just want to learn all this and do everything right now. And I couldn't never actually stick to anything. But then when I moved to London when I was 18, I'd had a guitar recently in my house, but I sort of could play maybe like Wonderwall or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Like just a few easy chords. And then when I moved to London, there was a guitar sat in one of the squats I was living in. And I picked that up, I was playing that, I was really enjoying that. And then I came back after 2 or 3 months living in London. And then I just met my friend who, he's such a useless bastard, if he's watching I hate him, no, he knows I love him. He was a musician and we've met and we've been through a lot of the similar stuff in our lives. And we listened to a lot, but he showed me loads of music. Like I'd never listened to the Smiths before, I'd never listened to, then I started writing songs hanging out of him. And they're crap, the first few songs were absolute bollocks, bro, if I'm honest. And then, but then I started writing some other ones and they got a little bit alright. And that's when Intoxicate came out.
Yeah, and that was that a significant change in your life?
Yeah, definitely, I think. Because like, I was done with prison. I've been away so many times since I was young, when I was younger. And I was just like something, like I had that moment. And like some people will never get that. I know people that were in and out of prison still now and have been going for 25 years and some people have died in prison.
Do you think they just don't hate prison as much as you did?
I don't know, man. I think that you just get, maybe some people didn't have so much to live for. I don't know.
I suppose, yeah, if your life is really, really shit, prison's not so bad.
Free square meal, isn't it?
Yeah, but if you've got like, you know, mates and a family and hobbies, then then it's shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what's the most interesting place you've ever ended up playing?
The Cavern Club was good.
Oh, that's
in
like
Liverpool.
Yeah, where the Beatles started out, isn't it?
I did one of Ian Prowse's nights. He put nights on up there. He does open mic night every Monday at the Cavern Club every Monday. Went up there. That was through because I was working up there. So that was when I released a single, and that was through my label. So they sort of said that if you go to Liverpool, there's loads of people can put you in touch with. So it's great up there. And the music scene in Liverpool's so nice, man. Everyone up there is brilliant. Where else is nice I played? The Folk Club, the Folk Cafe in Bury. We had a really good night there one night. The lady Ali who runs it, she's great. And it was a New Year's Eve, I think. And the place was rammed, and it was heaving, like the whole room was dancing. It was nice. It was good.
That does sound fun.
Where else is really like ones there?
These all sound lovely. Have you played anywhere like bleak and like far away from anything and miserable?
I don't know if I want to say. I might want to go back there.
Not venues, like
just places.
Yeah, you don't have to have the gig. It can just be a show. It can just be for fun.
I don't know. No, I don't think so. I've pretty much enjoyed all my gigs, to be honest. Other than even in bad mental health day and you're like, just get me off this fucking mic, man.
Just need to get
I had that an open mic the other night. Probably because I had a beer, I suppose, isn't it?
Honestly, it's amazing what a tiny bit of alcohol.
What one jar can do.
Yeah, like I was
on stage.
I was having a horrible fucking day a few days ago.
Yeah.
Stopped by the pub for a pint of cider. Suddenly, I'm having an alright day. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I see why people become alcoholics, because it really does fix your life sometimes. Yeah. So, like, do you think growing up in like on site as such, do you think the new age traveller culture has had a big impact on festivals in general?
I think that it's a question, isn't it? I think you'll find a lot of them there for sure, and like a hippie sort of vibe, because that's what like the hippies. There's not really many nowadays, is there? They all sort of like turned into new age travellers, didn't they?
Yeah, all went to India.
Yeah, all went to India. We went to India. I lived there for 6 months.
Really?
I turned 5 there. Yeah, we were proper on the trails. I just took everywhere, man. Hong Kong for 3 months as well.
Oh, mate.
All around the same time. Pretty mad, isn't it?
You did the full hippie trail?
Yeah, I know. As a 5-year-old.
That must have been some inspiring early
memories.
Yeah,
man, for sure. And I mean, a lot of it I can't remember, but a lot of it was so prominent that I can. And there's a lot of pictures. But yeah, I think for 5 I can remember so much of it.
Do you think that's why you're so keen on like touring now?
Yeah, I think so. I've always got itchy feet, man. I've always had them. I was travelling gene. I think you just.
Would you consider doing potentially a European tour at some point?
Absolutely, yeah.
If you
I'd
got
go
a chance.
anywhere. If, I was offered to go over to Canada and America at some point. My friend just got signed by Dave East, and
Cool.
his label and Nas, whatever you call it, you know,
Yeah.
that is everyone does, don't they?
Yeah.
Their
I'm
label
sure.
called Massive Hill Records, and he came over here. You might have met him, the American guy. What's his bloody name? Jaden Fiore, what they call him, the Observer. That's it. And he said that I should go out there and do Canada, America with him. But I'd love to. But I mean, at the minute, I can't really justify it. But
Nah.
at some point, I will definitely.
No, man. Honestly, if you could get yourself onto like a sport tour out there, it'd be absolutely.
Yeah, I've got a friend in LA. I want to go and speak to her for a little while.
Well, I mean, this is California calling.
That's
isn't
what I mean, baby.
It actually
is. Yeah, literally, that's what it is. Yeah.
I didn't realise that it was like reality.
Yeah.
More than just like a heartfelt yearning.
Yeah, no, it's on the horizon for sure.
Oh, that sounds so cool. I've never been to America at all.
No,
so.
neither have I. I've got family over there as well. They're coming over this year.
Oh, over here or?
Over here. Yeah.
When are they coming over? Are you going to show them some British parties?
Oh, they come all the time. No, they're not really up for all that.
Alright,
I'm going to try and put on a little private single launch though at some point. I'll offer a little party for them, which would be cool.
Oh yeah, just like in a pub or something.
Probably somewhere where less than that, where you can only really invite people to.
Alright.
I think.
Village Hall style.
Yeah, maybe something like that.
Oh yeah, this guy Gaz Brookfield, he's doing a tour just entirely of village halls.
Really?
Yeah, like he's got like 60 dates or something up there. It's insane.
Wow, that's mad.
I think he's big enough to fill a village hall most of the time.
That's good.
But yeah. So do you find like your music reflects like East Suffolk and stuff where we're from?
Not really. No, I don't know.
Because I found like compared to when I was in like the area surrounding Bristol, we lack a bit of like regional identity. We're a bit close to London, and it gets us all often swept in under like the London.
Yeah,
umbrella.
I get. Yeah, I do know what you mean. Yeah.
Right, and we always like
I just think they just call it Essex and that, don't they? Oh,
yeah.
Yeah,
Greater Essex. Greater Essex, which extends all the way up to Yarmouth.
I don't know if you can. What can you? How could you really reflect where you live from your music? I don't know. I think Ed Sheeran's the only person that's ever going to reflect Suffolk as a musician, isn't he?
I don't know, but
I mean, like if you was to listen to someone's song, I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, that just totally reminds me of Suffolk.
I feel like
unless you're singing about like fish and chips and that.
Yeah, you're right. We don't really have a particular musical
right,
sound.
Boy.
That's
all they want. Folk, I suppose.
Well,
Suffolk, innit? Like, yeah, folk.
Yeah, but even
the Blackstreet Ship and that.
I suppose, yeah. But like even then, like like in the West Country, they've got things that sound like the Wurzels.
Right.
And up north, they've got all sorts of fucking
stuff.
And in London, they've got so much fucking culture. Like
eats
out and covers up.
I think that because I've been so many places and spent so many time writing in like different places, I think that it's just like a.
You're inspired by wherever you are.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
So, if you could bring one artist back from the dead to play at a festival, who would you cast your magic powers and resuscitate for a headline show?
I think it's probably torn up between Jeff Buckley or... No, Jeff Buckley, I think, mate, yeah.
Good decision.
Yeah. I think it is, yeah. To see, definitely. Yeah, Jeff Buckley.
What about to play with?
To play with?
Yeah, this would be a scary one.
Probably Jeff Buckley, man.
Good decision.
Or to play with? I don't know, Jimi Hendrix on a Billy Hunt and the Modern Classics track would be pretty good.
So, this is the final question. I was doing a little research on you on the internet and found people discussing your name. They think it might be fake, taken from a jam song.
Oh god, yeah, they do, don't they? No, it's not. It's actually my real name. Hoping to get a song over to Paul Weller at some point to see if he likes it.
Hopefully he'll notice.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I don't know, if you put a song in the right person's hands, oh, there's a young lad called Billy Hunt. Oh really? Yeah, we wrote that song. Yeah, here's his stuff. It's better than just knowing, I got this guy that writes songs. It's better, like, it could adhere to him, I suppose, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
We see.
It'll appeal to anyone who's like a bit of a jam.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because there was a few people have mentioned to me, and there was a couple of interviews where people there. That's it, because that Yeah, some bloke from Indie Revolution, I think he brought it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably where I saw it.
Yeah.
He wrote it down.
Yeah, that's it.
Like, yeah. Anyway, thanks so much for coming on my
cheers,
show.
me too, man. Nice one.
It'll be a good little episode.
Yeah, for sure.